Hello dear students, welcome back to the NCERT science class of 7th standard. Dear students, we are studying the 10th topic, that is respiration in organisms. Respiration in the living organism that we are going to study. Dear students, you might have an experience, that is you might have participated in the animal sports, running competition and other sports. When you complete the running, your breathing rate will be increases. You will breathe more faster. Understood? When you complete the running in the animal sports or in the cluster level sports, your breathing rate will increases. You might have experience. Or when you go for the heavy exercises, your breathing rate may increase. You will breathe more faster. Yes, that breathing rate increases. It means we need more oxygen. Yes, we need more oxygen to restrain our body. Understood? Next, dear students, after this one, we need oxygen also for our body. Then we consume the food also. We consume the food. We take the food orally, that will goes to the digestive tract. That food molecule contains nutrient. Food contains nutrients. Food contains nutrients. Nutrient contains energy. In topic 2 of this year only I studied, that is about the cell. Cell is a structural and functional unit of life. Cell is a structural and functional unit of life. Understood? You have studied. Inside the cell, why we are calling the cell as a structural unit? It means cell gives the structure to the body. It means number of cells combines to form a body. That's why we can say that cell is a structural unit. And next also we can say that the cell is a functional unit, because inside the cell the number of cell organelles are there. For example, mitochondria, Golgi complex, ribosomes, lysosomes, Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum. Number of cell organelles are there inside the cell. And these cell organelles performs the special functions. For example, whatever the energy is released, whatever the energy is present in the food molecule that we consume, that food molecule contains energy that will reaches to that nutrient, reaches to the cellular level. Cells are the very minute microscopic unit that is present in the body. Million, billion, trillions together cells are there in our body. These cells contains the number of cell organelles. Whatever the nutrients we consume in the form of glucose, suppose for example glucose is a that the glucose molecule, that is a nutrient molecule that we consume, that is present in the food. That nutrient molecule, that glucose, reaches to the cell with the help of blood circulation. Later you will come to learn. It will reaches to the cell. That glucose molecule contains energy. Dear students, the cell is a minute microscopic unit. Later we will come to that point. Cell is a minute microscopic unit that present number of cells are present. Million, billion, trillions together cells are present in our body. See, these cells are having the cell organelles. Keep it here only. Next, dear students, for survival we are taking the food. The food contains nutrient contains the energy. We need energy. We doesn't need the nutrients. We doesn't need food. We need energy. Why we are taking the food? The food contains nutrients. Nutrient contains energy. For that we are taking the food molecules, isn't it? When we take the food, that will crush down and break down into fine particles, and nutrients will be separated out. The nutrients will be absorbed in the digestive tract and in the small intestine. The next, that will be circulate to each and every parts of the cell, each and every parts of the body, even into the cellular level. The nutrient molecule will reach to the each and every cell. The next, that will move inside the cell, and that glucose molecule, that is glucose will be move into the cell. Next, after this one, we are taking the oxygen. We are taking the oxygen into the body and giving out the carbon dioxide rich air. We are taking the oxygen rich air. We are taking the oxygen rich air that will get mixed into the blood, and that will be moved to the cellular level. How the glucose molecule moves to the cell, how the glucose molecule moves to the cell, how the nutrient molecule moves to the cell, like that. The oxygen also moves to the cell with the help of blood circulation. With the help of blood circulation, the oxygen and nutrient molecule moves to the cell, and that will enter into the cell. If it is stay there only, then no use. The glucose molecule has to be break down. The glucose molecule has to be break down, because the glucose molecule contains energy. We need energy. We need energy to stay alive. To stay alive, we need energy. Here what happens, dear students, that glucose molecule has to be break down and energy has to be released out. That energy will be stored in the mitochondria that you have studied in the topic 2. That is, energy will be stored. Like that, functions are going on in the cell, power of that. That's why we are saying that mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Ribosomes are called as the protein factory, because protein synthesis are going on inside the in the ribosomes. Lysosomes are called as the suicide bags of the cells, isn't it? The number of functions are going on inside the cell. That's why we are calling the cell as a functional unit. See, dear students, I'm going to tell you the point, that is about the respiration. See what happens, dear students. Respiration is nothing but the breathing, taking air into the body and giving out the carbon dioxide rich air. It is not a respiration, it is a breathing. Later we'll come to learn. Respiration means the breakdown of nutrient molecule in presence of oxygen or in absence of oxygen is called as the respiration. Why I am telling that? See, our body contains number of cells. Our body contains number of cells. It means million, billion, trillions together cells are there. They are very minute, microscopic, that is invisible by naked eyes. We can't see it. If you want to see it, we have to take the aid of microscope. Inside the microscope only we can see the very minute units the cell are. This cell contains number of cell organelles. They perform the different functions. Then inside the cell, number of functions are going on. For example, breakdown of nutrient molecule in presence of oxygen. The nutrient that will be supplied through the food, and next oxygen that will be provided through the breathing, isn't it? That nutrient will be breakdown in presence of oxygen or in absence of oxygen. The energy will be released out. The energy will be stored in the mitochondria, isn't it? That is called as the respiration. Here we have defined, that is, the respiration means the process of breakdown of nutrient molecule in presence of oxygen. The process of breakdown of nutrient molecule. Nutrient we have taken the glucose molecule. Breakdown of glucose molecule in presence of oxygen or in the absence of oxygen is called as the respiration. Commonly I have taken the glucose as a nutrient. Number of nutrients are there. Glucose, protein, the number of the glucose present in the form of carbohydrates. See, carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, fats, vitamins, minerals and salts. and salts, different types of nutrients are present. All these nutrients will get break down and releases the energy and all. See, dear students, we can define the respiration as the process of breakdown of nutrient molecule, the process of breakdown of nutrient molecule in presence of oxygen or in the absence of oxygen by releasing the energy is called as the respiration. Understood? Next, dear students, cellular respiration. Here one term is there, cellular respiration. See, the respiration which takes place, respiration means breakdown of nutrient molecule in presence of oxygen or in the absence of oxygen, but not breathing. Breathing is different. Breathing is a part of respiration. Understood? See here what happens? Cellular respiration. The breakdown of nutrient molecule takes place inside the cell, then we can say that it is a cellular respiration. The breakdown of nutrient molecule takes place inside the cell, that respiration is called as the cellular respiration. Sometimes the nutrient molecule breakdown will take place outside the cell, isn't it? Next, dear students, types of respiration. Here, dear students, mainly there are two types of respirations are there, but we are having in your textbook has given three types of respirations. See, there are three types are there. The first one is aerobic respiration, the second one is anaerobic respiration, the third one is lack of oxygen respiration, isn't it? Aerobic respiration. See here what happens, dear students. Aero means, in a Latin word, aero means air. Aero means air. Aerobic respiration, the process of, see here, aerobic respiration we can define as the process of breakdown of nutrient molecule in presence of oxygen. The process of breakdown of nutrient molecule, this one is a nutrient, the process of breakdown of nutrient molecule in presence of oxygen by releasing the carbon dioxide, water and energy is called as the aerobic respiration. There are three types of respirations are there. The first one is aerobic respiration, second one is anaerobic respiration, aerobic respiration, anaerobic respiration, and third one is lack of oxygen respiration. Later we study. First one is aerobic respiration, the process of breakdown of nutrient molecule or glucose molecule in presence of oxygen, by releasing the carbon dioxide, water and energy. The energy will be stored in the body, carbon dioxide will be moved out in the form of exhalation into the air, next water will be removed out from the body, isn't it? That is called as the aerobic respiration. Understood? These types of respiration takes place in all higher animals. Understood? Next, come to the anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration. See here what happens, dear students. We can define anaerobic respiration. An means absence. Aero means air. Absence of air. The respiration which takes place in the absence of air or in absence of oxygen, that respiration is called as the anaerobic respiration. Respiration which takes place in the presence of oxygen, aero means air. The respiration which takes place in the presence of oxygen means aerobic respiration. The respiration which takes place in the absence of oxygen, that is called as the anaerobic respiration. An means absence of air, that is called as the anaerobic respiration. Again I will define here. See, anaerobic respiration means the process of breakdown of nutrient molecule or glucose molecule in the absence of oxygen by releasing alcohol, carbon dioxide and energy is called as the anaerobic respiration. Or simply we can define the process of breakdown of nutrient molecule in the absence of oxygen is called as the anaerobic respiration. Such kinds of respiration takes place in yeast cell that we are adding in the bread while making the bread and cake, that we are adding, that makes its spongy. Why it is spongy? Because of the release of carbon dioxide and that is takes place in the yeast cell or in the fermentation process. Fermentation means the process of making or the process of preparation of alcohol with the help of sugar solution is called as the fermentation. In the fermentation process also we will see the anaerobic respiration, that there we are adding the yeast cell. In the yeast cell anaerobic respiration or in the absence of oxygen is going on, that is in the yeast cell we say. Next, dear students, come to the next point, that is lack of oxygen respiration. Here one interesting activity is here. See, dear students, sometimes you might have experience of body pain after the heavy exercise. Yes, during the annual sports and all, the next day of the annual sports you will get a body pain. It means because of the heavy exercise there. Here what happens to dear students, or any heavy work, after the heavy work you will get the body pain. See, when we go for the heavy exercise, body needs more energy to restrain. For heavy exercise it needs more energy, isn't it? See what happens, at that time we will breathe very fastly, we will breathe more. It means we will take more oxygen, but that much of oxygen is not enough to break down the nutrient molecule. It means body needs more energy. Body needs more energy, but these nostrils are not enough to take much more oxygen. Means how much oxygen that we will take, that much of nutrient molecule will break down and energy will be released. See, during heavy exercise what happens, dear students, the more glucose molecule needs to break down and more oxygen is necessary, but during heavy exercise the very partial amount of oxygen will be supplied, by which what happens, see what happens, in the partial supply of oxygen or lack of supply of oxygen, the glucose molecule will break down and produces the lactic acid. That lactic acid will be accumulate in our body, that gives the pain. Lactic acid will accumulate in the partial supply of oxygen. If it is supplied sufficiently, then it will produce then carbon dioxide, water and energy will produce. If it is oxygen supplies in partially, then it produces the lactic acid. If lactic acid accumulates in our body, that may produce the pain, isn't it? The next, dear students, breathing. Next, come to the next concept, that is breathing. Breathing is not a respiration, it is a part of respiration. See, breathing, it is a process of taking of rich air into the body and giving out that is the process of taking of oxygen rich air into the body and giving out the carbon dioxide rich air outside the body or from the body is called as the breathing. Only taking of oxygen rich air into the body and giving out the carbon dioxide rich air outside the body or from the body is called as the breathing. The breathing includes two stages. The first one is inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation means in means inside, means taking of oxygen rich air into the body is called as the inhalation. Breathing includes two stages, the inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation means the process of taking of oxygen rich air into the body is called as the inhalation, and exhalation means the process of giving out of carbon dioxide rich air from the body into the atmosphere is called as the exhalation. These are the two stages. This one is the inhalation, that is exhalation, isn't it? Next concept, that is breathing rate. Breathing rate. Here, dear students, normally when we are sitting or when we are sleeping, when we are walking, continuously we are respiring, means we are breathing, isn't it? We are breathing. Normally, for an healthy person, when he is in rest position, then breathing rate may be 15 to 18 times. He breathes 15 to 18 times per minute. Per minute. A person breathes normally at rest time, that is at a rest position, he breathes 15 to 18 times per minute. Isn't it? Breathing rate means the number of inhalation and exhalation. Definition for the breathing rate: the number of inhalation and exhalation per minute is called as the breathing rate. The number of inhalation and exhalation, the number of inhalation and exhalation per minute is called as the breathing rate. Understood? Next, dear students, for a normal person at the rest time, that is 15 to 18 times he breathes. When we go for the heavy exercise, during heavy exercise, what happens? The breathing rate may increases to the 25 times, more than 25 times per minute. Isn't it? That's all about the today's class. Thank you.